This is your home for the best mix, the best variety, and all the important information you need. Download the Mix 1041 app at mymix1041.com. The top of the hour is presented by Best Buy Metals, making the top of your house the best it can be. Visit bestbuymetalroofing.com.
The best mix, the best variety. WCLE, Calhoun, Cleveland, Athens.
Fox News is next, presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. A celebration on the streets of Philadelphia. The Eagles win the Super Bowl, beating the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22 on Fox.
For the second time, the Vince Lombardi Trophy is headed to Philadelphia. Eagles fly in Super Bowl 59.
The Eagles were up 34-0 in the third quarter. Jalen Hurts, the quarterback, named game MVP. The Chiefs were denied 3 titles in a row. On his way to the game on Air Force One, President Trump says he's announcing new tariffs on steel and aluminum imports.
Any steel coming into the United States is going to have a 25% tariff.
What about aluminum, sir?
Aluminum, too.
10%?
No, 25%.
25 for aluminum?
25 for both.
New tariffs on American imports in China, meantime, take effect today. Retaliation for new Trump administration tariffs on Chinese imports that kicked in last week. America's listening to Fox News.
The news is sponsored by Lee University, where you can expect something great.
The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at loganthompsonlaw.com.
It's not every day that you buy a house. And if you're only going to experience something like that 2 or 3 times in your entire life, wouldn't you rather enjoy the experience? For home buying that is truly good, come to Southern Heritage Bank. We make home buying simple, fun, worry-free. In a word, we make it good. Find out more and apply now at southernheritagebank.com/mortgage. Let's do something unbelievably good. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, good morning, 7:03. You are listening to Mix 1041. You are watching on mixtv.tv. Good morning to all of you. And we've, of course, got a lot to talk about this morning, of course, about last night and the Super Bowl. But there is some very serious news that broke last night just before, or I should say around 6:15 last night, when Sheriff Joe Guy put out a press release, and this said that 2 underage males in Mcminn County are facing charges after authorities uncovered a possible attack plan targeting Mcminn County high school students. Mcminn County Sheriff Joe Guy says the investigation began when a concerned parent discovered a disturbing video recording, a disturbing video recorded by his son and another student. The video was made last November. It showed the suspects wearing masks and discussing a school shooting style attack, naming specific students as potential targets at Mcminn County High School. The parent reported it immediately to law enforcement. Following an investigation, both suspects were suspended and placed under threat assessments. Authorities found additional evidence on their phones leading to charges of conspiracy to commit acts of terrorism. One suspect is in custody at the Bradley County Juvenile Detention Center, while the other is undergoing treatment at a mental health facility before being transferred. Mcminn County Sheriff Joe Guy commended the parent for speaking up and urged all families to monitor their children's online activity and behavior. Officials assure the public there is no ongoing threat to Mcminn County High School. And so, coming up here at the bottom of the hour, about 7:30 or so, we're going to be joined by District Attorney General Stephen Hatchet. Also, Mcminn County Sheriff Joe Guy will join us for an interview about this situation. Charlton Craig Liner, the Cleveland man accused of murdering his ex-wife, Karen Liner, will appear in a Bradley County courtroom today for a bond hearing before Judge Clay Collins. Liner faces charges of first-degree murder and felony murder. If convicted, he could receive life in prison with parole eligibility after 51 years. The hearing is set for 1 p.m., and you can watch that live. We'll have live coverage on mixtv.tv. Again, for the hearing with Craig Liner, a bond hearing today in a Bradley County courtroom before Judge Clay Collins, 1 o'clock. That'll be on mixtv.tv. The Cleveland Daily Banner reported Saturday that a 3-month investigation has led to the arrest of 3 suspected fentanyl dealers in Cleveland. The operation, conducted by the 10th Judicial Drug and Violent Crimes Task Force, culminated in a SWAT raid at the Clarion Inn. Authorities arrested Cedarian Demarius Brown, 26, of Atlanta, Jeffrey Nicholas Hudgens, 46, of Chattanooga, and Deandra Orlando Norwood Jr., 26, of Atlanta. A search of their hotel room uncovered fentanyl, meth, cocaine, marijuana, oxycodone, drug paraphernalia, and nearly $2,500 in cash, all 3 being held at the Bradley County Jail without bond. And tonight, Governor Bill Lee will deliver his State of the State address after sweeping special legislative session. After state lawmakers passed the $447 million universal school voucher bill in a special legislative session less than 2 weeks ago, Governor Bill Lee preparing to deliver his 7th State of the State address tonight. Governor Lee's speech comes after a series of recent triumphs for his administration, including the school choice bill passing. The governor is anticipated to sign the Education Freedom Act of 2025 into law any day. Lawmakers also greenlit several more of the governor's bills during the expedited session, including clamping down on illegal immigration in Tennessee, hurricane relief aid for the eastern part of the state. And the school voucher bill, a major win for Republicans, gives 20,000 students about $7,000 each in state tax money to attend private schools. All right, busy news morning, obviously. Again, 7:08, we'll be joined by Mcminn County Sheriff Joe Guy and District Attorney General Stephen Hatchet on what appears to have been a plan, what looked like an attack on students, a school attack by a couple of juveniles at Mcminn County High School. It was announced last night just after 6 by Sheriff Guy that the plan had been thwarted because one of the parents came forward. And so we're going to interview, we'll talk with Sheriff Guy, also the District Attorney General. Stephen Hatchet will be here at about 7:30 this morning. All right, got our first check of the streets.
For Cleveland, on-time traffic report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. The President's Day trade-up event is on now at Don Ledford Chevrolet Buick GMC. Factory discounts and tremendous rebates on their most popular vehicles. Don Ledford Automotive Center, North Lee Highway, Cleveland, and donledford.com, where they say yes. We have no reports of any accidents this morning as we take a look at the Langley Roofing traffic cameras. The interstate is looking good so far. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. This traffic report is brought to you by Waste Connections of Cleveland, efficient, state-of-the-art automated curbside service. Find out more by visiting wasteconnections.com/ClevelandTN.
Al Bridget, Fruit Loops, good morning. We were right 100%. Now, I picked the Eagles, but I didn't think they would win that much.
Who is we? You did not pick the Eagles. Everyone in this building picked the Chiefs except for me. And I picked the Eagles. Thank you very much.
How about Fruit Loops? I thought he picked the Eagles with us.
I don't think so.
No, I picked the Chiefs.
Oh.
And you picked the Eagles on Saturday night.
That doesn't
Saturday
count.
night at the
Friday morning.
Are you going to tell the standing room only crowd at the Smitty that didn't count?
Our picks were Friday morning in this studio.
Oh. Well, look, yeah, I picked the Chiefs Friday morning, and I picked the Eagles Saturday night.
Why the change? Just so you could be right
But-
either way?
Exactly. Man, Bridget, what about that last night?
I know. I don't think anyone expected that, and I think a lot of people probably lost a lot of money last night.
40-22, and it wasn't that close because I was listening to ESPN Cleveland 101.3 coming in, and they were saying that, Evan Cohen, the host, said, it was 40-3 or no? What? I don't know. They were scoreless at one point. Like 33-0. I can't remember. Yeah, it was 33-0 at one point. So, Fruit Loops, what do you think of it? You said you went to bed?
When I went to bed at the beginning of the third quarter, the Chiefs had not scored at that point, so
yeah,
I was like, I'm done.
Bridget, what'd you?
Yeah, crazy game. I did watch all of it, watched some commercials. I did miss halftime, though, so I don't know anything about that.
You didn't miss much. Quite frankly, nothing to say. I love Samuel Jackson, but that was rough. Ugh.
National anthem was good.
I love John Batiste, man. He is great. Nah, he used to be Colbert's band leader, but he's great. But I don't know. Nicole Moorshead will be coming on sometime around 7:45. She's the marketing director for Hardee's. She's going to grade the Super Bowl commercials. Her third year, and I told her, well, maybe the third year is the charm. Maybe she'll do this, good. Some point.
Always does a great job.
But Nicole will join us coming up. Grade the spots. Nothing to me really stuck out. Did it to you? Anything?
I did love the Baja Blast commercial with Seal. That was pretty fun.
That was funny. No, that was good. What about you, Fruit Loops? Anything stick out to you? Commercials?
I enjoyed the Homes.com commercials. I thought they were funny.
I did like Eugene Levy's eyebrows flying off his.
Now, I did notice that we had two different commercials of eyebrows flying around.
Yeah.
One for Pringles and one for Little Caesars.
Well, that's a good point, yeah. And I went and got my wings at Little Caesars. You heard that? We were talking about that 59-cent deal that they did at Cleveland and Athens Little Caesars. So I was walking in. The guy comes in. He says, well, I'm here because of you. He said, I heard you talking about it on the... Well, we actually mentioned it on the game. Brittany Jackson and I did. And
awesome.
So I got a bunch of wings. All right, so all that, more of that coming up in sports, the bottom of the hour. 20 million people will call out today. So if you're listening now or watching us, you probably are among the people who did not. So anyway, it is 7:13, time for the Hardee's Wake Up. And at Hardee's, and they were running spots last night about their maple biscuits. You see any of those? The local spots?
No, I must have missed those.
So, Nicole will start crying about that. It says, they were doing them for the Hardee's new maple biscuits, warm, fluffy biscuits, loaded with maple flavor and drizzled with icing. And man, do those TV spots look good. This delicious sweet biscuit available all day in your choice, a single 2-pack or 4-pack at a Hardee's near you.
Hardee's is adding the goodness of maple. For a limited time, Hardee's is adding the rich goodness of maple flavor to our handcrafted favorites. For a sweet spot in your day all day, maple makes everything better, especially at Hardee's. And now enjoy breakfast till noon every day.
There are a lot of banks, so what makes Southern Heritage Bank unique? It's our commitment to being unbelievably good as we identify and meet your needs. Stop by one of our 5 locations in Cleveland or Chattanooga and let us show you the difference our customers have come to expect. We strive to offer the latest banking technology, mobile wallet, online account opening, mobile banking with bill pay, and ATMs that allow cash or check deposit. All available 24/7 with a local community bank. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Wake up, sleepyhead, get up and play. Everything's yellow, it's a beautiful sight. Sunbeam showers makes everything right. Come on now, let's get away.
Make every day brighter with the sunny southern goodness of Mayfield Dairy. Did you know that a large number of student athletes vape, thinking it will give them a boost in performance? But you can't play if you can't breathe. Escape the vape.
Escape the Vape is a partnership to prevent teen vaping, presented by ATS The Bridge, Bradley County Schools, and Cleveland City Schools.
What's your biggest investment? Probably your home. The roof over your head. If it's time to repair or replace your roof, the pros at Langley Roofing are here to help. See a loved roof? Chances are it's a Langley.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
At Basement and Crawlspace Solutions, we're excited to announce our partnership with USS. Together, we bring additional resources and over 30 years experience.
We can tackle bigger challenges and deliver even better results to protect Chattanooga homes now more than ever.
Call USS.
At summer camp, kids find their why. Friendship and fun, a world of adventure beneath a golden sun. When kids find new passions, they find their why. Summer camp season starts soon. Find your why for a better us.
Hey, it's Josh with exciting news from Wholesale Supply. I want to introduce you to Piper's Picks, now available in our Chattanooga, Cleveland, and Dalton markets. Thanks to our partnership with Piper Strummett and our friends at Progress Lighting, Piper's Picks brings you the latest trends and styles in decorative lighting. Browse our curated selection in our showrooms and make lighting your project easier than ever. Visit Wholesale Supply today and discover Piper's Picks, where style meets innovation. To find out more information and a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us for more.
By Bradley Medical Center. This portion sponsored by your friends at Scooter's Coffee.
At Scooter's Coffee today, the day after the Super Bowl, they're offering a free extra shot when you order through the mobile app. So that is available today only at Scooter's Coffee. And then for Valentine's Day, they have the Strawberry Sweetheart Mocha. And then the Red Velvet Cake Bite is back for a limited time. Scooter's Coffee in Cleveland is located on Keith Street in front of Leisure Time Bowling. They also have a location in Sweetwater and in Dayton.
Tennessee Valley weather.
18 after 7, Mix 1041, MixTV.tv, inside the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center.
Now, from Local 3 News.
That's not what I wanted. Here we go.
As much as we try, we still make mistakes, like making beds with skip stitches and last year's covers.
Right now, you can save as much as 57% off on a host of Mermaid mattresses where you'll find your sleep handmade, hand-delivered.
All right, for today, cloudy skies early in the day. We could see some sun in the afternoon, a high of 54 and a low of 42. And then the next 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday, heavy rainfall likely throughout the day. On Tuesday, tomorrow, a high of 47 and a low of 43. And then on Wednesday, a high of 50 and a low of 40. Your current Milligan vein temperature is 37 degrees. Taking a look at the central heat and air radar, things are looking great out there.
Yeah, talking about flooding and all of that the next couple of days after today. Is that right?
Yes, that is right.
What I was hearing over the weekend.
This weather forecast is brought to you by PhD Pharmacy, Keith Street near Harrison Pike. Free delivery within a 50-mile radius of Cleveland. Call Gina Moser Patterson today at 423-614-6650.
Share the love and get rewarded at the YMCA from February 1st through 16th. Refer a friend.
This is Roy Michael Roman with RMR Legal PLLC, Cleveland's newest hometown 24/7 law firm for all your legal needs. Give us a call at 423-528-8484.
On this Monday morning, if you're stepping out to go to work here in a couple minutes, it's a little bit cooler than what we've been dealing with the last week or so. 39 in Cleveland, 39 in Athens, 40 in Blue Ridge, and 43 here in Chattanooga. But by this afternoon, we'll be pretty close to averages for this time of the year, topping out in the low to mid 50s. A lot of cloud cover early on, and then we'll get some sunshine trying to peek through. So all in all, Monday's looking pretty good, especially when you compare it to what's coming on Tuesday and Wednesday. We're going to have multiple rounds of rain moving across the Tennessee Valley, but it's dry this morning. So enjoy the break because, again, it's going to come down in buckets by the time we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, and then again this weekend. So that's going to be the big story moving forward, is the potential for some heavy rain here across much of the Tennessee Valley. In fact, we're looking at a bullseye of heaviest rain potentially setting up here across parts of southeast Tennessee, North Georgia, and northeast Alabama, even parts of western North Carolina over the next 7 days or so. So let's track it all out. Again, this is our short-term model, only goes out about 36 to 48 hours into the future, but this takes us through the rest of Monday. A mix of sun and clouds throughout much of the day, going to be nice and dry. And then tonight, cloud cover continues to thicken up. After about 1, 2 o'clock, we'll have a couple showers out there, and by Tuesday 6 a.m., so this time tomorrow, around this time tomorrow, there will be a lot more green showing up on our radar. Shouldn't be a washout for your Tuesday morning commute, but look what happens as we go through the afternoon and evening. Just the rain becomes widespread. Going to be heavy at times, but we're not looking at a severe threat, which is one good thing for your Tuesday. Wednesday, really not looking at much of a severe threat either. Could have a few rumbles of thunder, but as we go throughout the day on Wednesday, we get a bit of a break Wednesday morning, and here comes round 2. So we're looking at round 1 Tuesday into Tuesday night, and then round 2 Tuesday or Wednesday afternoon into a Wednesday night. And it looks like we'll get another break Tuesday into Friday, maybe a few showers around Friday morning, but then we'll have the heaviest rain come through this weekend, and that'll be moving in Saturday into Sunday. So if you have any Saturday plans, especially during the afternoon and evening or early Sunday morning, you might want to move those inside, but it does look like by Sunday afternoon we do get a bit of a break. So just several rounds of rain on the way here across the Tennessee Valley. That's going to lead to a flooding risk tomorrow, and then again on Wednesday. That's a level 2 out of 4 flooding potential. So as this rain continues to stack up, keep in mind it's been very dry recently, so there's going to be a lot of runoff. The ground will become saturated at some point by the middle of the week. So those two things going to lead to some areas of flooding, especially.
List.
Okay, happy birthday to our friend Dan Good, general manager at Crown Jeep and Ram here in Cleveland. Hope he has a great birthday today. And then Kim Nipper is celebrating a birthday today as well. Call in your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Ritapest mix line, 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. You can visit the new location of Simmons Bank in Cleveland at the corner of Keith Street and Stewart Road. Call Ken Du, 423-381-3427.
All right, time for a news update.
The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com.
A press release was issued by the Mcminn County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Joe Guy, last night just after 6 o'clock, saying that 2 underage males in Mcminn County are facing charges after authorities uncovered a possible attack plan targeting Mcminn County High School and specific students. Mcminn County Sheriff Guy said the investigation began when a concerned parent discovered a disturbing video recorded by his son and another student. The video, made in November, showed the suspects wearing masks and discussing a school shooting-style attack, naming specific students as potential targets. The parent reported it immediately to law enforcement. And we'll have much more on this because coming up here in just a few minutes, we're going to be joined by Mcminn County Sheriff Joe Guy, and he's going to be on the phone. District Attorney General Stephen Hatchet will be in our studios here in just a few minutes, so stand by for that. Craig Liner, Charlton Craig Liner, the Cleveland man accused of murdering his ex-wife Karen Liner, will appear in a Bradley County courtroom today for a bond hearing before Judge Clay Collins. Liner is facing charges of first-degree murder and felony murder. If convicted, he could receive life in prison. The hearing is 1 o'clock today, is scheduled for 1 o'clock today, and you can watch live on mixtv.tv. 1 o'clock today, mixtv.tv.
This news update brought to you by Cleveland Plywood Company, 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland.
Roadhog!
Good morning. Let's get a check of traffic here. This Don Ledford Cleveland on-time traffic report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. The President's Day trade-up event is on now at Don Ledford Chevrolet Buick GMC. Factory discounts and tremendous rebates on their most popular vehicles. Don Ledford Automotive Center, Northley Highway, Cleveland, and donledford.com, where they say yes. We have no reports of any accidents this morning, and as we take a look at the Langley Roofing traffic cameras, the interstate is looking good so far. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. This traffic report is brought to you by Southland Finance. Exciting changes are happening at Southland Finance. They're still here to offer the same services they always have and so much more. Call or stop by their Cleveland office. Find out how Southland Finance is growing to serve you. Located at the corner of 25th Street and Peerless Road. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
Come to Don Ledford GMC and save big during their annual President's Day trade-up event. You'll get tremendous discounts and factory
It's the President's Day sales event at Crown CDJR Cleveland. Shop over 230 new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams up to $15,000 off MSRP. Or get financing as low as 0% for up to 72 months. Crown CDJR, the better way to buy and service.
Save a bundle at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress. Furniture, mattresses, and decor. The more you buy, the more you save. Up to 40% off. Create a bundle, a sofa and chairs, end tables, a recliner, lamps and rugs, an entire room. Up to 40% off. Create a custom bundle and watch the savings grow. Up to 40% off. Look for Take Me Home Today tags. Bundle in-stock items. Special financing is available. Bundle and save at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress.
You need money overnight? Check into cash. Your time is tight.com. Bank account's too low? Check into cash. So where do you go.com? Do it online in a record time. It's the easy way to get money next day. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. You can be sure it's secure from our bank straight to yours. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. Boom, boom, ba-doom, boom.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Paul Feinbaum Show, The Drive, and more of your favorite shows. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. And I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
Hi, my name is Everest, and I'm from Walker Valley High School. Vaping nicotine has become a serious issue in our schools. Over 40% of high school students have reported that they have used a vape, and the number is only rising. It's time to escape the vape.
Escape the Vape is a partnership to prevent teen vaping, presented by ATS The Bridge, Bradley County Schools, and Cleveland City Schools.
Equal housing lender.
TVFCU had some great spots last night during the Super Bowl. It was tremendous. Hey, folks, don't forget tonight, ATS The Bridge, the big event. It's the Parent Academy tonight with ATS The Bridge. They will start with it's going to be at Pango Hall tonight, 6 o'clock, but they're going to start with the Hidden in Plain Sight trailer. They're opening at 5 p.m. for adults to go through, and it's by the National Guard Counter-Drug Task Force. So it's a special speaker. The actual event begins at 6 o'clock tonight, and we're looking forward to it. And going to be a great, very important night for parents and grandparents, for that matter, at Pango Hall at Lee University with ATS The Bridge, along with, in cooperation with our Bradley County and Cleveland City school systems.
Tennessee Valley weather.
Today's best mix and best variety, Mix 104.1 inside the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center at 7:30 a.m.
Mermaid is your custom-sized mattress headquarters. Special size for boats, RVs, and antique beds. You name it, we'll make it at Mermaid Mattress.
For today, we'll have cloudy skies early in the day. We could see some sun later this afternoon, a high of 54 and a low of 42. And then heavy rain throughout the day, Tuesday and Wednesday. We will have potential for flooding this week. Multiple rounds of heavy rain over the next 7 days. All day Tuesday, 2 to 3 inches of rain expected. We'll have a brief break on Wednesday morning. Round 2 will move in Wednesday afternoon and evening with an additional 1 to 3 inches of rain. And then coming up later in the week, we'll see round 3. Saturday into Sunday, widespread 6 to 8 inches of rain will be possible over the next 7 days, so be aware of that. Your current Milligan vane temperature is 37 degrees. Taking a look at the central heat and air radar, things are looking great out there.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Aubrey's of Cleveland. Aubrey's of Cleveland offers some of the most fresh and delicious food in East Tennessee. Stop in tonight for dinner or order online at aubreysrestaurant.com. Click the Cleveland location and order there.
All right, Mix 104.1, MixTV.tv. Once again, we're going to get into sports here in just a moment. I want to remind everyone, if you're just joining us, the plot that was, according to the Mcminn County Sheriff's Office and their press release last night, that was being hatched where a parent came forward, that plot for a school shooting type attack at Mcminn County High School, of course, making waves this morning. Here in just a few moments, we're going to be joined by Mcminn County Sheriff Joe Guy, along with District Attorney General Stephen Hatchet, about this situation. This will be their first interview since the word came out last night just after 6 o'clock. So we'll get into that in just a moment. But first, it is the CHI Memorial Sports Desk. CHI Memorial, Hello Human Kindness at 7:32. Sports sponsored in part by the Town Squire.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winter sale is on at the Town Squire.
Dress and casual slacks and sportswear. Latest styles by Mountain Khaki, Southern Tide, PWR, Ballin, Hager, Johnny O. Jeans by 34 Heritage. Come on in. The Town Squire, locally owned and operated for over 47 years. Stewart Park Plaza, Keith Street, Cleveland, the home of personal service. Oh, Bridget, we did it. We did it.
Who is we? You were
Yes!
Friday morning. You were
Fly Eagles, fly!
all the way. No.
Fly Eagles, fly!
Nope, not buying it.
We were there. We did it. No. So Friday morning, I did pick the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, what a loser that I am for that. Well, then Saturday night, I rectified it with Brittany Jackson, and I picked the Eagles.
So you could be right either way. That's all
Well,
it was.
it could happen. But Saturday night, boy, what a crowd at Smitty Arena. I have not seen that big a crowd, really, at any high school basketball game in a long time. Standing room only at Smitty Arena. More on that to come. But anyway, we did it, Bridget.
Yeah, we.
Hey, Fruit Loops, you're a loser. You picked the Chiefs. What a loser.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, well,
I agree.
So you're still asleep. Eagles over the Chiefs last night, 40-22. The final there. Eagles, of course, the winners of Super Bowl 59. Quarterback Jalen Hurts, the MVP, of course, former Alabama and Oklahoma quarterback. Eagles won their second Super Bowl all time. Coach Nick Sirianni, and it looks like their offensive coordinator Kellen Moore will stay in that same building. He goes from offensive coordinator of the world champions to, it looks like he'll be the new head coach of the Saints. That's quite a come down, isn't it? LSU defeated the Lady Vols 82-77 in Baton Rouge yesterday afternoon. And so that happened yesterday. The Jets told quarterback Aaron Rodgers, no thanks. Apparently, the Jets are saying no more Rodgers in New York. They've got the new head coach, Terry Glenn. And so apparently Rodgers is gone. He said he still wants to play. Cleveland High School won the Region 3 wrestling tournament Saturday at Mcminn County High School. All 13 wrestlers that Cleveland sent to the finals won their matches. Cleveland High School finished with 286.5 points to win. Bradley at 156, Walker Valley at 131. All three teams will return to Athens at Mcminn County High School for the sectionals this Saturday to determine who will advance to the state tournament, which is February 21st in Franklin. And a big congratulations to the Lake Forest Competition cheer team. They won first place this weekend at the Frontier Showdown cheer competition in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. At 7:35, coming up here in just a moment, we're going to be joined by Mcminn County Sheriff Joe Guy and District Attorney General Stephen Hatchet. We'll be back with that in about 30 seconds. Stand by.
Hey, it's Josh with exciting news from Wholesale Supply.
Dad, President's Day's coming up, and I've been thinking.
About what to get me as president of Mermaid Mattress on my special day?
No. I've been thinking about our customers and all the big deals that we can do on iCool and L&K mattresses.
Well, that sounds good too.
Right now, during Mermaid's President's Day event, save up to $500 on L&K and iCool adjustable mattress sets.
Only at Mermaid Mattress.
Your sleep handmade, hand-delivered.
Well, we're on Mix 1041, mixtv.tv. And our top story this morning is that two underage males in Mcminn County are facing charges after authorities uncovered a possible attack plan targeting Mcminn County high school students. The word came down with a press briefing just after 6 last night. I'm joined now on the phone by Mcminn County Sheriff Joe Guy and in studio by District Attorney General Stephen Hatchet. I want to begin with you, Sheriff Guy. First of all, good morning, Sheriff.
Good morning, Steve. It's always good to talk to you guys.
Sir, it's great to have you on, and I want to just send it over to you. Just take us through this a little bit, if you will.
Right. The initial call came in to me Thursday night about 10:30. I had a parent that reached out to me that had discovered something disturbing on some video that his son had taken with another student that was he found disturbing, and the more he discussed it with me, described it to me, it certainly sounded disturbing. So we passed that on to our school safety supervisor, Justin Wallace, and my SRO supervisor, Jerry B. Moore, and our local Department of Homeland Security agent, which is a pretty standard group. We sort of team respond to these things, and so they went ahead and kept those students out of school Friday, just for everyone's safety, and met with them early Friday morning throughout the day and began the investigation.
All right, and that investigation, and I want to pick up, good morning, District Attorney General Stephen Hatchet. So let's talk about that part of the story, Steve.
We will, my office will be in front of Judge Richardson this morning to discuss any detention issues, things of that nature. I'm sure both of these young men will be undergoing additional evaluations. Some evaluations have been done, but there will be more done going forward. And the one thing, I said this yesterday, and I want to say it again, to any parents, any guardians out there, this situation is under control. Obviously, as you heard the sheriff say, it's a serious situation, but it was responded to appropriately. It was responded to quickly. So to any folks sending their kids out to school this morning, this situation is under control. These are the only two individuals that have been identified. There's no indication of any other individuals involved in this. And we are handling this matter. I fully expect Judge Richardson will put down the orders that he deems necessary dealing with these young men going forward. But this situation is well in hand.
We're joined by Mcminn County Sheriff Joe Guy and District Attorney General Stephen Hatchet. Sheriff, I want to go back to you. According to the press briefing from last evening, it said you talked about the video, but the video made in November. Does that mean that the parent just found the video basically Thursday night?
He did. He was aware of this his son and the other young man being together at his home and spending some time together back in November, and that they were playing with a video camera, and they'd been outside. And he told me that night, he said, I can just about tell you that it was in mid-November, just about the date this was. they had not taken any look at it. They just thought they were two young men, two kids playing with a video camera outside. But he had noticed some behavior and just sort of being overly focused on that video camera and a SIM card, much more so than they would normally be. And so that aroused his curiosity. And so he and his wife were able to take it and went and watched it and discovered the video that they had made. They put masks on. They had gotten some pellet guns and got out in the way it was described to me, the woods outside, and were making some statements about this plan that they had, naming names of some students that they had something against, and just saying some very disturbing things that aroused his concern. And like the General said, there's a standard way to respond to these things. First of all, we want to make sure that when somebody makes a statement or we discover something like this, that the people involved aren't coming back to school, at least temporarily. And then as we're investigating these things, the next thing we want to do is figure out certainly the criminal charge aspect of it, and also there's certainly a mental health issue and dealing with juveniles specifically. So those three things need to be addressed very quickly, and as he said, they were within the first day. But we worked on it throughout the weekend to ensure that they were picked up, transported, taken to whatever facility that mental health team that they needed to go to. So they were dealt with, and we were able to go back to a normal school day today.
Yes, and we do want to underscore, we're joined by Mcminn County Sheriff Joe Guy on the phone and District Attorney General Stephen Hatchet in our studio, but we do want to underscore that your press release says that there is no ongoing threat to Mcminn County High School. I want to go back to a point in the press release, and anything you can comment here, either one of you, that one suspect is in custody at the Bradley County Juvenile Detention Center. Stephen?
So McMinn County doesn't actually have a detention center.
Okay.
Bradley County does. Bradley County will house juveniles for McMinn County. So that is not an unusual situation. We have a partnership in our district for things of that nature. So that's why that is where that young man is.
And then I wanted go ahead, Sheriff.
No, I was going to say that's correct. Yes.
Yes, sir. And then I wanted to mention also District Attorney General Hatchet. It says that following investigation, both suspects were suspended and placed under threat assessment. Now, authorities found additional evidence on their phones, and here's what I'm trying to get to, leading to charges of conspiracy to commit acts of terrorism. Will you describe that?
Well, so unfortunately, this is a very serious situation, and let me say to anyone out there, especially any kids in school that are hearing this, when you make threats in today's world, my office is going to respond swiftly, certainly, and severely, because we simply cannot have kids that are scared to go to school. We cannot have parents that are scared to send their kids to school. So when someone engages in some of the activities that these young men engaged in, some of the evidence that we have that indicates a intent to what the statute says is coerce or intimidate a unit of government, and a unit of government, a county school system is, then that is the appropriate charge, and that is the charge that was brought here, and it is a very serious charge. So based on what we saw on their phones, based on the evidence that was available, that was the petition that was taken out, and that's the petition that was filed.
Sheriff Joe Guy, again, thank you for joining us. Anything else you want to add here?
No, just to echo what we said last night, we were so thankful that a parent stepped forward, the parent of one of these young men, very courageously, and it had to be a very difficult phone call that he made to me, and to share this with not just myself, but the other investigators and school officials. of what he had discovered, knowing that his son might face consequences, and certainly did and is facing consequences. And we want to encourage that. And General Hatchet and I talked about this last night. We want to encourage people to step forward and share that information anytime they have it, because these are, as he said, very serious things to say and that we take very seriously. And again, to add on to what he just said, that this is a felony that young people will face on their record, that they're going to have to go to court on when they do this type of thing. And we can't say that enough. First of all, make sure that you report this when you find these information or you get information. Make sure that law enforcement or the DA's office or the school system knows something about it. But at the same time, we don't want people to be making these threats and to make our young people aware there are consequences, and there are going to be consequences that will follow you for years when you engage in these things. We want our schools to be safe. We want our communities to be safe. We want to value each other's safety and value each other's lives.
Sheriff Joe Guy, thank you so much there in Mcminn County. And finally, District Attorney General Hatchet, anything you want to add here before we go?
I will echo what the sheriff said, and I truly appreciate Steve and Bridget, you all having us on here, because this is an important point that the sheriff made. Parents and guardians, please check up on your kids. Please check up on them. ATS The Bridge is putting on an event tonight. I heard you promoting it. One of the things that comes up is parents do not know about some of these vaping products, some of these things that their kids have in their rooms. They look like pens. They look like electronic devices. The world is a much different place now than it was when I was a kid. That's just a fact. So I cannot even imagine how much harder it is to be a kid, but that puts more of a burden on us as parents, as guardians, as caretakers, to check up on these kids and make sure everything is going good. So I echo what Sheriff Guy said. Parents, guardians, caretakers, extremely important. Check up on your kids, please.
The event that District Attorney Hatchet is mentioning is tonight at Pangle Hall at 6 o'clock. Now, they'll begin with they've got a very special exhibit that they'll start at 5 o'clock with ATS The Bridge and the Bradley County and Cleveland City school systems, both in partnership. Gentlemen, thank you very much, and we'll look forward to following this story. Thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Sheriff. All right, right now it is 13 before the hour of 8 a.m. Let me also give you a programming note here. Craig Liner, the Cleveland man accused of murdering his ex-wife Karen Liner, will be back in court today. This is the February 10th hearing that was discussed the last time that Liner was in court. He'll be before Judge Clay Collins at 1 o'clock today for a bond hearing, and the hearing will begin at 1 o'clock. We will have that live on MixTV.TV, so we will have live coverage of that. Craig Liner back in court today on a bond hearing before Judge Clay Collins. All right, it is 12 minutes before 8 o'clock. All right, Bridget, let's get a check of our Simmons Bank celebration list. What's happening?
Okay, happy birthday to our friend Dan Good today. He is the general manager at Crown Jeep and Ram here in Cleveland. Also, Kim Nipper is having a birthday today. Lindsay Hickson is celebrating as well, a second grade teacher at Prospect. And then Bethany Hobbs celebrated a birthday yesterday. Her family says she is a senior in college, an art and photography major, a wonderful daughter and sister. They love her so much. That is from Mom, Dad, and Reed. Calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Ritipest Mix line, 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. At Simmons Bank, they have something for everyone to help you manage your finances with ease and security. Call Jamie Kyle, 423-381-3429.
Steve and Bridget on Mix Mornings.
I'm Reagan Hartline, and I have a confession to make. I listen to Steve Hartline, my dad, and Bridget on Mix 1041.
No, you don't.
Mix one.
Are you a busy man? Listen to how Direct Primary Care Associates has helped men like Mike Kelly.
I imagine like most men, I have a lot of stuff going on in my life. I'm very busy in my life. And the problem with going to other urgent care places is you could go there and sit, and you don't know how long you're going to be, and I have other appointments that I may have to get to. With this, you know when you're going to be here. I was spending over $70 a month medication through my other insurance. Here, I haven't paid a dime. I haven't had to pay for anything. So just that alone in the last 8 months saved me over $500. And I'm telling you right now, as a man, I know how much energy it takes to even call in and have to get some help, because we don't like to ask for help. But these are here to help you. This is what this is designed for, is to help you.
If you'd like to learn more about Direct Primary Care Associates, visit our website at directpca.com or call 423-650-4831.
Well, we like to think what makes Andrew Johnson make different is the way we work with our community and our customers. We also have a great staff with a lot of experience that we feel like can help you whatever your need is for banking. I love the community of it. Like I said, I was born and raised here. I've seen it grow, and I love our growth pattern. It's just a great place to live with friendly people that just make you feel at home.
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Bridgestone and Firestone tire dealers in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
Mix 1041 and Honda of Cleveland are teaming up to give one deserving teacher in our local area the chance to win a 2025 Honda Civic LX. Nominate your favorite teacher at mymix1041.com or on the Mix 1041 app.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop, where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
My name is Mark Road Truck. My job has me on the road a lot. When I decided to get a new EV, it was a no-brainer that Don Ledford is where I was going to go. The selling experience was fantastic. When I made the decision to buy the EV, I had heard concerns of what's called range anxiety. You've got a certain range you can go, and you got to charge up. The Chevrolet app is fantastic, and it really put my range anxiety at ease. I recommend Don Ledford to everyone because they treat you like family.
Ready? If you want cool lawyers in Southeast Tennessee to represent you, it's Logan Thompson. We're cool, and we get results.
All right, let's do it again.
Yeah.
You get a yearly checkup. Shouldn't your heir?
Heard about that.
That's right. Bobby, how was the Super Bowl? I understand, Bobby Ludwig, you were there at the Superdome. Is that right?
I was watching on TV, Steve. I had good seats.
What'd you think?
It didn't go well for Kansas City, so I guess no more three-peat. But I was in part. I wanted Kansas City to win just to see if they'd do a three-peat. I'm such a big Taylor Swift fan, and I just wanted to see the Chiefs win.
Just wanted her and
it didn't happen, Steve.
Her and Travis to be happy.
I wanted her. Yeah, maybe I thought maybe this would mean that Travis Kelce will finally propose on a Super Bowl win. It would be on such a big high, but Steve, it just didn't happen. It wasn't in the cards.
Valentine's week. Could you have gotten any better? Now, Brittany Jackson, who I did the game, Cleveland Bradley game with Saturday night, said it was a publicity stunt. I said, well, you're just a hater. I said, come on. Hey, by the way,
maybe she's just a lady that likes football. Maybe that's
Taylor?
Taylor Swift, yeah.
Well, of course. Anyway, so Saturday night, the 24/7 movement, of course, founded by the Dillards and Bridget, they were doing this. They've done this deal at each of the crosstown games, and I go down and MC it on the court. And so what they do is they give people a few shots and layup and free throw without goggles, and they put these goggles on, and the goggles look like, it's what people experience if they're drunk or on drugs. which, of course, is the point of the tragedy that Dillers experienced. So I go down.
Mm-hmm.
We get the first two, and then Patrick Spangler gets on. And Spangler, of course, missed a free throw, and he never could hit him, even when he played.
Aww.
And then he grabs the microphone from me and he says, "Okay, big boy, it's your turn." So then you got the poor old people in the stands chanting, which was miserable. I mean, it sounded like
So how did that go?
Sounded like a bad revival. I mean, these people had no clue, didn't care. Well, I mean, he caught me way off guard, so I missed my first layup, and that's and I had all kinds of texts. People, hey, Fruit Loops, why'd you put that on mixed TV? By the way, why was that on TV? Hey.
Because both my broadcasters left, and I had to put something on TV.
Yeah, I went on the court, and Brittany, she went to parts. So no, I don't know what you're doing, but anyway. So I missed a free throw.
Terrible.
And then I hit a free throw. Well, then I made the layup, then I hit a free throw. And then they put the goggles on, and all bets were off. So thanks to Patrick Spangler. I had no idea I was doing, no clue I was doing that. Thank you, Patrick. Anyway, Bobby, what's up? Come on, let's do it.
I'm here. I'm back.
Yeah, you're down to the French Quarter. What's going
on? Hey, markets were down on Friday. The Dow down 444 points. It closed at 44,000. A lot of fours in the report. 44,303. The S&P down 57. It closed at 6,025. And the NASDAQ off 268 to close at 19,523. Back to you guys in the studio.
Speaking of fours, Eagles 40-22 last night. It was not that close over the Chiefs. All right.
Not close at all.
Yeah. How do people get a hold of you, Bobby?
Give us a call for all your investment, retirement, and life insurance needs. 473-2215. Again, that's 473-2215. Or stop by and see me at 2060 North Ocoee, right by the old Liner gas station.
Bobby Ludwig, your Edward Jones financial advisor. All right, it is 3 minutes before 8 again. If you missed the interview, we're getting a lot of questions and comments about the interview we just did with Sheriff Joe Guy in Mcminn County and also District Attorney General Stephen Hatchet as our top story this morning. And the press release came out about 6 o'clock last night from Sheriff Guy that 2 underage males in Mcminn County are facing charges after authorities uncovered a possible attack plan targeting Mcminn County high school students. Mcminn County Sheriff Joe Guy said the investigation began when a parent discovered a disturbing video recorded by his son and another student. The video turned out to have been made last November, but it showed the suspects wearing masks discussing a school shooting-style attack and named specific students as potential targets. Well, now, according to Mcminn County Sheriff Joe Guy and District Attorney General Stephen Hatchet, who joined us just a little while ago here, both suspects suspended, placed under threat assessments. Authorities found additional evidence, and it led to charges of conspiracy to commit acts of terrorism, as you might have heard the Attorney General say there. One suspect is in custody at the Bradley County Juvenile Detention Center. We had some questions about that, by the way. Why one of the suspects would be in Bradley County, and you might have heard Stephen Hatchet say that that is where the Juvenile Detention Center is. So there were some questions about that last night. The other is undergoing treatment at a mental health facility. Now, very important, officials assure the public there is no ongoing threat to Mcminn County High School, no threats at any other school in this area. Please keep that in mind. All right, we will have full news in just a few moments.
Are you tired of high cooling and heating bills?
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Paul Feinbaum Show, The Drive, and more of your favorite shows. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
What's your biggest investment? Probably your home. The roof over your head. If it's time to repair or replace your roof, the pros at Langley Roofing are here to help. See a loved roof? Chances are it's a Langley.
Hardee's Original Bag packs 2 full-size favorites plus fries and a drink for just $5.99. No junior burgers or tiny nuggies, just full-size goodness for big-time value. The $5.99 Original Bag, only at Hardee's.
Sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Wake up, sleepyhead, get up and play. Everything's yellow, it's a beautiful sight. Sunbeam showers makes everything right. Come on now, let's get away.
Make every day brighter with the sunny southern goodness of Mayfield Dairy.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
Thank you, Cleveland and Bradley County, for supporting Vendor Realty for the last 55 years. More than ever, we are ready and prepared to help our community be home. The real estate market is changing and evolving, and the Vendor Realty family is ready to help navigate today's market by providing professional, knowledgeable, and resourceful advisors to help your dream of calling someplace home. For all things real estate, be home with Vendor Realty, 425 25th Street, 423-472-2173, vendor-realty.com.
At summer camp, kids find their why. Friendship and fun, a world of adventure beneath a golden sun. When kids find new passions, they find their why. Summer camp season starts soon. Find your why for a better us.
This is Roy Michael Roman with RMR Legal PLLC, Cleveland's newest hometown 24/7 law firm for all your legal needs. Give us a call at 423-528-8484.
Factory discounts and tremendous rebates on their most popular vehicles. Don Ledford Automotive Center, North Lee Highway, Cleveland, and donledford.com, where they say yes. We have no reports of any accidents this morning. As we take a look at the Langley Roofing traffic cameras, the interstate is still looking good. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
This traffic report is brought to you by L&B Appliance, your one-stop appliance shop, locally owned and operated, Durkee Road at Highway 64 in Cleveland. 423-339-3231.
Tennessee Valley weather.
Blowing your mind. Traffic and, this is like the big news talk stations. Traffic and weather together on the 8s. Beyond the 3s.
On the 3s.
Traffic and weather together on the 3s every 3. WTOP Washington, WSB Atlanta.
Wow.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I missed my calling. I agree with you. WSB. 8:03. Let's get to the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center. Roger Pickett, who, Roger picked the Falcons last night. Oh, well, Roger, I guess it didn't happen for you, buddy.
Right now, get up to 5 years no-interest financing and free local delivery on Tempur-Pedic. But only at Mermaid Mattress.
Your sleep handmade, hand-delivered.
All right, for today, partly cloudy skies, a high of 54 and a low of 41 this evening. And then for tomorrow and Wednesday, we'll have a potential for flooding throughout this week. Multiple rounds of heavy rain over the next 7 days. So all day tomorrow, 2 to 3 inches of rain expected. And then we'll have a brief break Wednesday morning. Round 2 will move in Wednesday afternoon and evening, an additional 1 to 3 inches of rain. And then we'll see round 3 on Saturday into Sunday morning. So widespread 6 to 8 inches of rain will be possible over the next 7 days. So be aware of that. We'll have a high of 47 tomorrow, a low of 43, and then a high of 50 on Wednesday. Your current Milligan Vane temperature is 37 degrees. Taking a look at the central heat and air radar, things are looking great out there. This weather forecast is brought to you by the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. Ken Beard, Dr. Brian Beard, and Dr. Baylor Terrell. Call them at 423-476-6541 or visit them online at centerforcosmeticdentistry.com.
Broadcasting from the Kia of Cleveland studios. This is your home for the best mix, the best variety, and all the important information you need. Download the Mix 1041 app at mymix1041.com. The top of the hour is presented by Best Buy Metals, making the top of your house the best it can be. Visit bestbuymetalroofing.com.
The best mix, the best variety. WCLE, Calhoun, Cleveland, Athens.
Fox News is next, presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster.
Take the Vince Lombardi home to Philadelphia.
Philadelphia Eagles owner Jeffrey Lurie handed the Super Bowl championship trophy by NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell after a 40-22 win over the Kansas City Chiefs on Fox. The Eagles led 34-0 before the Chiefs offense even crossed midfield. Quarterback Jalen Hurts is named the game's most valuable player. Kansas City was trying to be the first team to win 3 titles in a row. President Trump says he's ordered the Treasury Department to stop making new pennies.
U.S. Mint reporting in 2024 that it cost 3.69 cents to produce a penny, resulting in a $179 million loss for the U.S. Treasury. The president calling it wasteful, saying it's time to rip the waste out of the nation's budget 1 penny at a time.
Fox's Sue Guzman, the president, says he also plans to announce new tariffs on steel and aluminum imports. America's listening to Fox News.
The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com. Mix Mornings presented by Bradley Medical Center. Good morning. Local and state news from the Logan Thompson Law News Desk, and a very disturbing story tops our news this morning, as 2 underage males in Mcminn County are facing charges after authorities uncovered a possible attack plan targeting Mcminn County high school students. Mcminn County Sheriff Joe Guy says the investigation began when a concerned parent discovered a disturbing video recorded by his son and another student. The video, made in November, showed the suspects wearing masks and discussing a school shooting-style attack and named specific students as potential targets. The parent reported it immediately to law enforcement. We had Sheriff Joe Guy along with District Attorney General Stephen Hatchet on this broadcast about 30 minutes ago, and the sheriff talked about the parent who called the sheriff on Thursday night to report what he had found, and so again, Sheriff Guy commended this parent, saying, knowing that his own child would most likely and will face consequences, already is facing consequences, but he did it to protect others. Following the investigation, both suspects were suspended, placed under threat assessments. Authorities found additional evidence on their phones, leading to charges of conspiracy to commit acts of terrorism. One suspect in custody at the Bradley County Juvenile Detention Center, the other undergoing treatment at a mental health facility before being transferred. And I asked District Attorney General Hatchet about the charge of conspiracy to commit acts of terrorism, and the District Attorney General Hatchet said that is showing the seriousness of how they take these things when threats are made that children, students, and when a student makes these type of threats, they are going to face severe consequences. And as he said, swiftly, they'll be before a judge this morning, Judge Richardson, as the district attorney said earlier this morning on this broadcast. Sheriff Guy commended the parent for speaking up and urged all families to monitor their children's online activity and behavior. Officials assure the public there is no ongoing threat to Mcminn County High School. Again, you can go back and watch interview here in a little while, probably just after 9. We'll have that posted for you at mixtv.tv. Charlton Craig Liner, a Cleveland man accused of murdering his ex-wife Karen Liner, will appear in a Bradley County courtroom today for a bond hearing before Judge Clay Collins. Liner faces charges of first-degree murder and felony murder. If convicted, he could receive life in prison with parole eligibility after 51 years. The hearing is scheduled for 1 p.m. today, and you can watch the hearing live at mixtv.tv. Mixtv.tv. The Cleveland Daily Banner reported Saturday a 3-month investigation led to the arrest of 3 suspected fentanyl dealers in Cleveland. The operation, conducted by the 10th Judicial Drug and Violent Crimes Task Force, culminated in a SWAT raid at the Clarion Inn. Authorities arrested Kadarian Demarius Brown, 26, of Atlanta, Jeffrey Nicholas Hudgens, 46, of Chattanooga, and DeAndre Orlando Norwood Jr., 26, of Atlanta. The search of their hotel room uncovered fentanyl, meth, cocaine, marijuana, oxycodone, and other drug paraphernalia, and nearly $2,500 in cash. The suspects face multiple drug-related charges. All 3 are being held at the Bradley County Jail with no bond. And Governor Bill Lee will deliver his State of the State address tonight. This is after state lawmakers passed the $447 million universal school voucher bill in a special legislative session less than 2 weeks ago. The governor is preparing to deliver his 7th State of the State address tonight. The governor's speech comes after a series of recent triumphs for his administration, including that school choice bill passing, and he's anticipated to sign the Education Freedom Act of 2025 into law at any time. And lawmakers also greenlit several more of the governor's bills, including clamping down on illegal immigration in the state and hurricane relief aid for the eastern part of Tennessee. And the school voucher bill is a major win for Republicans, gives 20,000 students about $7,000 each in state tax money to attend private schools. Again, the governor's State of the State is tonight, and we will have a full report on that coming up. And I believe we'll be streaming that on mixtv.tv tonight. We'll have more information on that. Coming up at 12 minutes after 8, Mark Shepard, Shelter Insurance, 2334 Keith Street, Cleveland. Call 423-339-8777.
Good morning. Let's get a check of traffic here. This Don Ledford Cleveland on-time traffic report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. The President's Day trade-up event is on now at Don Ledford Chevrolet Buick GMC. Factory discounts and tremendous rebates on their most popular vehicles. Don Ledford Automotive Center, Northley Highway, Cleveland, and donledford.com, where they say yes. We have no reports of any accidents this morning as we take a look at the Langley Roofing traffic cameras. The interstate is looking good as well. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. This traffic report is brought to you by the Cleveland Family YMCA. Share the love and get rewarded at the Y through February 16th. Refer a friend to the Y. They'll get $0 join fee, and you'll earn a free month. Find out more at clevelandtnymca.org. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
Well, here we go, and we're joined now by the marketing director for JNS and Hardee's, Nicole Moorshead. Nicole, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Bridget, it was unfortunate. Earlier this morning, Bridget said, this is your 3rd year doing this, and maybe the 3rd time's a charm where you'll finally do a good job. And Bridget, that was unfortunate.
I never said that.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Well, I know Bridget didn't say that, but I will definitely try to do a good job.
Well, just so what we've asked Nicole to do is Nicole will be grading and reviewing the Super Bowl commercials from last night. Just a general comment here, Nicole. Overall, what do you think?
Commercials in general yesterday, I didn't think they were fantastic, but some of them were really, really good. So I actually have a top 5 of those 5 commercials.
All right. So here we go. And I will say last year, your picks, and again, you're doing this but really before I've always gone by the USA Today ad meter is 30 years or whatever, but I know other people have other ways of doing this, but your picks really mirrored the national conversation, which shows me you probably stole them from, and that's fine. I don't care. But anyway. All right. So here we go. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay, so there's three things that I look at when I'm watching commercials: relevance, originality, impact. Those are just three things in marketing that you've got to have in your commercials. So
Wait a second.
number five on my
Wait. Hang on, I'm writing. Originality. What?
Relevance.
Hang on. What does that mean, Bridget? I've never heard of
Never heard of that either.
We have never heard of that term here. Relevance, and then what was the other one?
Impact.
Bridget, what we're seeing Nicole do here is turn this into maybe like a personal lesson where she can get some kind of, probably additional funding for herself to coach people into how to do these things. So
Yes.
she's turned this into something about herself.
She should be paid for her appearance here.
Well, she is, trust me. And so, okay, I just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page here, that really what I would do myself is, yes, turn this into something about you. So go ahead.
Okay, so number 5 on my list is the Jeep commercial, which Jeep has really become known for being patriotic over the years. You can really count on them every year for the Super Bowl just to have something that is impactful, relevant, and original. And this year was no different. But it featured Harrison Ford, it was hilarious watching this because not only was it patriotic, but my husband actually, while we're watching this commercial, he's like, how ironic is this that Harrison Ford is doing a Jeep commercial? So while they're going through the commercial, and it was really reflecting on freedom and our freedoms to choose what makes us happy, it shows Harrison Ford getting into his Jeep and talking about how his family, his career, and his Jeep make him happy. And then he whispers, my Jeep makes me happy even though my last name, and he whispers Ford. So that was hysterical.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
I love it. And that's your top pick?
No, that was number 5 on my list. Yes.
All right, go ahead.
So, and then moving up to number 4 was Michelob Ultra. Basically, the whole gist of that was the Ultra Hustle with Catherine O'Hara and Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
And they were playing pickleball, which everyone knows how big of a deal pickleball is. But I thought it was hilarious because they sit down and they're going through, and they sit down with these 2 younger people, and they're sitting at the bar, but they're challenging them to a pickleball contest, and these 2 younger kids look at them and they're like, we've got this. So they get out on the court, and of course, Catherine and Willem, they beat them. So then they start challenging all these different people, including NFL player Randy Moss, who basically in the middle of it says, we're professional athletes, right? Well, then they end up beating him too, and they ask him, what sport? So that was hilarious too. So they're going through the entire commercial just with all these different challenges. But the other part of the marketing in this was not only are they winning, beer, but the paddles they were using was a huge marketing tool as well, because any good pickleball player knows that they have to have a good paddle. So there was actually, it's Dope brand, DOPE brand paddles was what was featured in that commercial.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was genius. And by the way, I love both Defoe and O'Hara. All right, that was 2 good picks.
Yeah,
what else you got?
Okay, and then number 3, which I thought this was hilarious, and again, talk about relevance when we talk about the case of the Mondays after the Super Bowl, which, again, why is today not a national holiday? But anyway,
Amen.
So Coors Light does a case of the Mondays when it features sloths, and it's just chaos ensues, and it shows this one scene where a sloth is running the register in a grocery store, and all of the groceries are just like running down the line because he can't even bag the groceries fast enough.
That was my favorite of all of them.
That was hilarious. But the coolest part about this is the Monday's Light is an actual case of beer that will be featured for a limited time offer.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a real thing. So I just thought that was a really neat way to project that. And then number 2 on my list is Hellman's mayonnaise. I thought this one was so awesome. It's the Hellman's mayonnaise. It's the spot ad with a reunion, a Harry Met Sally reunion with Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal. And Crystal, it shows Crystal sitting there, and he says, "I can't believe they let us back in this place." So after Meg puts mayonnaise on her sandwich, and she has the same reaction she did in the movie, which if you've seen that rom-com, it's such a classic. But anyway, the girl at the table next to her says, "I'll have what she's having." So that was just awesome.
Well, and a couple notes on that. You know, that was Sydney Sweeney that said that, but in the original, when Harry Met Sally, directed by Rob Reiner, the woman who says, "I'll have what she's having," was Rob Reiner's mother. And so, and of course, they shot that at the Katz Deli in New York, which people still go there and try to, sit at that table. But yeah, that was tremendous. And I want to go back, the Coors Light spot. And Bridget, I know that was my favorite. Was that your favorite?
That was one of mine that I wrote down.
Because it reminds me of I tell you what it reminds me of, the monkeys on the E-Trade spot years and years ago, which Jennifer Hartline will tell you, if I put that on YouTube still today, I'm crying. It's when remember that? They're like smoking the $100 bills and they're actually losing money and they're turning the charts up and down. I scream cry. Because it reminds me of this station. I mean, we're acting like everything's fine, whatever. All right. So here we go. Nicole Moorshead, Hardee's marketing director, J&S Restaurants. This is her third appearance. This is your third year, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
All right. So you're number 3.
I can't believe you've had me back again.
No, we didn't have anybody else. It's fine. So here we go. Number 1.
Number 1 spot was the Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy, with Post Malone, Shane Gillis, and Peyton Manning. This was, to me, the ad of the night. It's got Post Malone and Shane Gillis sitting in the driveway. The neighbor comes over and basically says, "Fellas, I accidentally threw a lame party." So they come over. Shane's riding the lawnmower. And Post Malone's walking by. He's got his leaf blowers, and they start putting beer cans in the leaf blowers and launching invitations to all the neighbors, which was just hilarious. But I think the funniest part is when Peyton walks over, and he's like, "How many beers can you fit in there?" And his lawnmower also turns into a grill, so he's grilling and all the things. But Peyton is wearing a fanny pack, which was just hysterical while he's standing there. And so he looks around, and everyone, like the whole neighborhood is there. Everybody's having a good time. And he says, "This cul-de-sac is popping," which I was just cry laughing watching that.
Nicole Morrison. Hey, Bridget. Go ahead, Nicole.
Go ahead. Well, I was going to say, I don't know if you caught the end of that, where the guy is standing on top of the boat, and Shane tells him to get down because the HOA is breathing down his neck.
It's Bridget, 3 of her top 5 are beer commercials. I just want to.
I know, isn't that terrible? I thought the same thing.
Well, Ross Tarver will love the fact that you made that Bud Light spot number 1. So anyway, we've got a couple things there, Nicole. You're going to announce the winner of our Hardee's Biscuit Bowl. We took the people who picked the Eagles, of course, in this case, and we're going to do the drawing 30 days of Hardee's biscuits. But I will say the Hardee's commercials look great. Now, before you think that Hardee's is spending $8 million per spot, those were regional spots or local spots, I guess. So, but they look great.
They were local spots, yes, but they were still awesome and makes you want to go get breakfast this morning.
Well, I've been going to the same party for 32 years, and that's what everybody there was saying, seeing those maple biscuits, saying, "Well, I know where I'll be in the morning." So they were great.
Yes. Yeah, and if you haven't tried those, you need to come see us. And the greatest part about the maple biscuits is they're available all day long. So if you missed them for breakfast, you can come get them later today.
And then also, Nicole, talking about Hardee's for a second, Hardee's is also serving breakfast till noon. Is that right?
We are, yeah, every single day of the week. We used to just do this on the weekends, and we've extended it to even during the week. So every day you can get breakfast until noon.
All right, let's. All right, here we go. It's time. It's time for the Hardee's Biscuit Bowl winner. Nicole, I think you've got the winner there. Is that right?
I do. Miss Natalie Fisher is the Biscuit Bowl winner.
Natalie Fisher picked the Eagles, and we drew out of those, and Natalie wins. So 30 days of biscuits, and I guess it's just unlimited at this point. Is that right, Nicole? Is 30 days?
Yeah, so Sheridan has that prize pack, and it's 30 days of biscuits, so she can get a biscuit every single day for the next month.
That's pretty cool. Hey, Nicole Moorshead, great job. Bridget, how'd she do?
Oh, she did great. 10 out of 10.
I guess I won't read the notes you wrote me about her.
I appreciate your support.
Anyway, no, really good, Nicole. That was excellent, and I agree with all of these this year. So good job.
Thanks.
All right, we'll talk soon. Okay, it's over. Okay, bye.
Thank y'all. Bye.
Okay, whatever. We've got Lucy Rymer coming in next from the Museum Center at 5 points, and we'll come right back with Lucy in Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds in just a moment.
Hello, it's Medicare Minutes again with Medicare Misty. I am so excited to share some other good news with you. Medicare Minute.
It's the President's Day sales event at Crown CDJR Cleveland. Shop over 230 new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams up to $15,000 off MSRP. Or get financing as low as 0% for up to 72 months. Crown CDJR, the better way to buy and service.
I'm Brew McCoy, your favorite Tennessee wide receiver. In the world of football, precision is everything. Every pass, every catch. But what about when it comes to protecting your home? Best Buy Metals can manufacture a custom-fitted roof that will protect your home for a lifetime. Best of all, it can be manufactured the same or next day. Call or visit a Best Buy Metal showroom or drop by bestbuymetalroofing.com to get a quote today. Best Buy Metals, roofing that lasts.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Paul Feinbaum Show, The Drive, and more of your favorite shows. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
What's your biggest investment? Probably your home. The roof over your head. If it's time to repair or replace your roof, the pros at Langley Roofing are here to help. See a loved roof? Chances are it's a Langley.
The center at 827.
President's Day savings are going on now at all Mermaid Mattress locations. You save when you buy from the factory, and now you'll save even more at Mermaid Mattress.
All right, for today, we'll have partly cloudy skies, a high of 54 and a low of 41 this evening. And then throughout the week, we'll have potential for flooding this week, multiple rounds of heavy rain over the next 7 days. So all day tomorrow, 2 to 3 inches of rain expected. We'll have a brief break on Wednesday morning. Round 2 of this rain expected Wednesday afternoon and evening, bringing in an additional 1 to 3 inches of rain. And then round 3, Saturday into Sunday morning, with widespread 6 to 8 inches of rain possible over the next 7 days. So be aware of that. Your current Milligan Vane temperature is 38 degrees. Taking a look at the Central Heat and Air radar, things are looking great out there.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix, family-owned business serving Cleveland for over 40 years. Call them at 423-479-4541 or visit lamcon.us to find out more.
And we are joined by our friends from the Museum Center at 5 Points. Executive Director is Lucy Rymer. And our longtime friend, Jermaine Purifoy. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys?
Great.
Hey, that sounded very chipper. We're excited.
Lucy, I wanna talk about music under the stars. Let's talk about it here.
That's right. It's coming up this Friday, or not? It is Valentine's Day.
Friday,
it is Friday. I was looking at Friday and thinking Saturday on that weather forecast and worrying. I was like, oh my word. But that's okay because I think Nat King Cole has a song about a rainy day, doesn't he?
Here's that rainy day. Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's very fitting.
And fitting because that's what we're going to be doing at Music Under the Stars. We've got Jermaine Purifoy and friends presenting the music of Nat King Cole.
Yes,
wow. Jermaine,
on Valentine's Day.
That sounds wonderful.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for one, speaking of Music Under the Stars, I was the guinea pig for Music Under the Stars. I was the first guy to do the Music Under the Stars when they got started. And it's kind of like a full circle moment because the second show that I did a Marvin Gaye tribute show at the museum. I debuted it there and then I took it out on the road. So it only took me 7 years later to do another tribute show. So we're kind of like having a full circle moment. I mean, I was the guy that got Music Under the Stars started, and then we have had amazing performers to come. But I've kind of stayed as like the singing host face of it, if you will.
Yeah.
You know? And so I feel like this is going to be really special because it is something different, and it's not just me. That's the thing. It's not me. Of course, I'm performing. You see me with a microphone in this town, there's only one thing that people think, obviously, that I'm going to sing. But I have created a variety show of different local performers, and I think that we should do more of that because all of these people we played with each other in different other venues here in town, now you get to see a bunch of us together. Stephen Brennan, Michelle Lynn, Wes Seepin, Sean Perkison, Terry Hall, myself, Austin Pettit. It's really kind of an all-star squad.
I was fixing to say, has this particular group ever come together and played as a group before? Because these are really, I'm going to say, if you are out and about, if you're at a restaurant, if you're at a party and you're hearing jazz music, these are the people that you hear, but you usually don't hear them together.
Not together. Whether it's Mcminn Social or The Catch or different places around town, Cafe Roma, we all have played together in different other settings, whether it's 2 or 3 or something, but like bringing everybody together to do one show. I wanted to do that, and that's why I said it's not a fully on just Jermaine concert. I'm going to be your singing host. I'm not going anywhere. You'll get tired of me before the end of the night, but that's why I say it's Jermaine, Purifoy, and friends, because I want to showcase other talents, and that's the good thing about Cleveland. We have a lot more talent here than people really want to give us credit for, and so that's why I'm happy that I've created this show. But it is full circle because 7 years ago we did the Marvin Gaye tribute. Now we're doing Mr. Nat King Cole.
And I got in trouble.
You got in trouble? Yes, you did.
Got in trouble. I did. I wasn't even on the board at the time. It's funny. That's when I actually met
Neither
Jermaine.
one of us. Yeah.
And I was sitting at a table at the front, and we were just having a great time enjoying the music.
Yeah.
And somebody told us to settle down.
And I was having a great time as well.
No.
Yeah, I was enjoying it as well.
Oh.
And so what happens when you tell Lucy to settle down? She joins the board and then becomes the executive director. You know, we need to have fun, right?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Where it all began. We're joined by Lucy Rymer, Jermaine Purifoy. It's at the museum. It's Music Under the Stars. All right, so let's get to the details here, Lucy. What do people need to know?
Sure. So our doors will open at 6:30. We do have some guests that have purchased a dinner. The dinner is sold out. But so they'll be eating from 6:30 to 7:30, but anyone is welcome to come in that early. The bar will be open. The seating is first come, first serve. So I do recommend that you get there early because we are expecting a big crowd. So again, doors open at 6:30. The concert will actually start at 7:30. Don't be late because for the people that get there at 6:30, they will have been waiting for a whole hour already, and they'll be anxious to see.
Absolutely.
The show's going to last about, what, an hour?
Yeah, about an hour. We're going to go straight through. We're not going to do an intermission. We feel like you can do that sometime, and they've already been there, like you said, the dinner guests, and they've been eating. So we're just gonna give you music, and it's gonna be entertaining. And that's why, again, we have different varieties. So you have different performers. We'll hold your attention.
Tickets are still on sale.
How do they get them?
And they will be on sale at the door as long as we don't sell out this week. And there is a possibility because we have sold a whole lot already. Tickets are $20. You can go to www.museumcenter.org to purchase those tickets and just pay with your credit card, or you can call us at 423-339-5745 and get them in the gift gallery.
Talk about the dress code for this event.
Sure. You know, we get this question a lot.
We do.
What are people going to be wearing? It is Valentine's Day. People tend to dress up a little bit. Yeah. So I've been saying, wear what you would to a nice Valentine's Day dinner out. Right. Maybe don't put on your jeans and T-shirts for this one.
Right.
It wouldn't surprise me if you have people there in cocktail attire. Men, I would say, khakis and a nice button-up shirt. But I know some people are always concerned. They get there and they feel either very overdressed or underdressed. But, I mean, this is really a come as you are. We want everyone to feel welcome at the museum. So if you are comfortable wearing your jeans and a T-shirt while you're there with people wearing a cocktail dress, then you can certainly do that. I won't kick you out.
There we go. Let's talk about the proceeds of this event, Lucy. Talk about that.
Sure.
Please.
So the Museum and Cultural Center at 5 Points is a 501c nonprofit corporation. All proceeds from this event do go 100% back into funding our future programs. Things like free on-site educational trunk presentations and field trips for our K-12 students, not just in Bradley County, but we have a 5-county region that we serve. Last year, we saw about 6,000 students with our, again, hands-on history trunks and field trips coming to the museum and seeing art exhibits. Summer camps are generally free or very low cost, depending on what summer camp you go to. So this is really the heart of what we do. And then, of course, we have about 10 to 12 exhibits that rotate through the museum each year. So all of the proceeds go back into funding, keeping the museum alive and thriving.
Jermaine, that's so exciting. Anything else you want to add here before we go about Music Under the Stars this Friday night?
Honestly, I would just say come ready to really enjoy an elegant evening of great music. You don't have to be a couple. I know sometimes with Valentine's events, they're like, well, I can't come, I'm single. No, we'll have plenty of single people there. It will be date night for some people, but you can come and enjoy some really great music. This era of music always brings people together. So you think Nat King Cole, my friend said you think Christmas and you think love.
That's
so
perfect. Lucy, remind us how we got our tickets.
Okay, you can get your tickets online at www.museumcenter.org or call us at 423-339-5745.
It's the Museum Center, Museum and Cultural Center at 5 Points this Friday night. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
It's going to be a great, great night. All right, stand by. Teddy Swims is up next.
Michael Roman with RMR Legal, PLLC, Cleveland.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
Did you know that 6,100 students under the age of 18 vape for their very first time every day? It's time to make a change. Escape the vape.
Escape the Vape is a partnership to prevent teen vaping, presented by ATS The Bridge, Bradley County Schools, and Cleveland City Schools.
Pop quiz. Who's your favorite president?
Probably Ronald Reagan because he upgraded all the mattresses in the White House and he regularly took naps.
Wrong answer. You're supposed to say your dad.
Because you're the president of Mermaid Mattress?
Of course.
No.
Right now, during Mermaid's President's Day event, save up to $800 on Stearns & Foster and Tempur-Pedic. Plus, get free local delivery.
But only at Mermaid Mattress. Your sleep handmade
and delivered.
I love the Cleveland community because I think it's a very warm place to live. It's just a very friendly community, and you don't necessarily have to be born here to fit in. There's a lot of folks that move here and they fall in love with it. I feel like we make our customers feel valued by the way we treat them. We're very welcoming here. We get to know them. We learn their names. We learn their goals, and we try to meet all their financial needs, not just do one transaction with them.
Mix 1041 and Honda of Cleveland are teaming up to give one deserving teacher in our local area the chance to win a 2025 Honda Civic LX. Nominate your favorite teacher at mymix1041.com or on the Mix 1041 app.
This is Roy Michael Roman with RMR Legal, PLLC, Cleveland's newest hometown 24/7 law firm for all your legal needs. Give us a call at 423-528-8484.
I'm Clark Campbell. I've lived here in Cleveland, Tennessee for 24 years, and I'm so proud that I get to shop for my business to get my truck right here in my town. One of the most intimidating things in the truck buying process is you just don't want to talk to people sometimes. Don Ledford Chevrolet just isn't that place. And that's my favorite thing about this property is you just feel like a friend. There are a lot of options when it comes to dealerships in Cleveland and the Chattanooga area. This is going to be the first place I go to every single time.
Ready? If you want cool lawyers in Southeast Tennessee to represent you, it's Logan Thompson. We're cool and we get results.
All right, let's do it again.
Yeah.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Paul Feinbaum Show, The Drive, and more of your favorite shows. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
Hardee's original bag packs 2 full-size favorites plus fries and a drink for just $5.99. No junior burgers or tiny nuggies, just full-size goodness for big-time value. the $5.99 original bag, only at Hardee's.
Hi, my name is Addison and I am from Bradley Central. Vaping nicotine has become a serious issue in our schools. Over 40% of high school students have reported that they have used a vape, and the number is only rising. It's time to escape the vape.
Escape the Vape is a partnership to prevent teen vaping, presented by ATS The Bridge, Bradley County Schools, and Cleveland City Schools.
Mix line 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. Simmons Bank works hard to help make their customers' dreams come true. Call Ken Do 423-381-3427.
All right, a quick news update right here. Some big stories this morning. Our top story this morning, a press release was issued by the Mcminn County Sheriff's Department just after 6 o'clock last night, saying that 2 underage males in Mcminn County are facing charges after authorities uncovered a possible attack plan targeting Mcminn County high school students. As Sheriff Joe Guy and District Attorney General Stephen Hatchet joined us on this program earlier this morning at about 7:30, the sheriff said the investigation began when a concerned parent discovered the disturbing video recorded by his son and another student and called law enforcement. Sheriff Guy said he spoke with the parent on Thursday night, and that, in fact, the video that was brought in evidence was made last November, showed the suspects wearing masks, discussing a school shooting-style attack, named specific students at Mcminn County High School as potential targets. The parent reported immediately, like we said, as Sheriff Guy told us, and so both suspects were suspended, placed under threat assessment on Thursday night. Authorities found additional evidence led to charges of conspiracy to commit acts of terrorism, and then one suspect is in custody currently at the Bradley County Juvenile Detention Center. The other is undergoing treatment at a mental health facility before being transferred. Sheriff Guy commended the parent for speaking up and urged all families to monitor their children's online activity and behavior. Officials assure the public there is no ongoing threat to Mcminn County High School. District Attorney General Stephen Hatchet talked about the severe consequences when threats are made against schools, and especially by underage people. And so they're taking this, as this Attorney General Hatchet said, going right to Judge Richardson this morning. And so that is something we are following very closely. By the way, that interview is going to be posted, may already be there, mixtv.tv. We're getting a lot of comments about our interview earlier this morning with Sheriff Guy and District Attorney General Hatchet. So you're going to be able to go back and watch it if you missed it on mixtv.tv. Craig Liner, a Cleveland man accused of murdering his ex-wife Karen Liner, will appear in a Bradley County courtroom today at 1 o'clock for a bond hearing before Judge Clay Collins. Liner faces charges of first-degree murder and felony murder. And again, he has got a bond hearing at 1 o'clock today. We will have live coverage of that hearing on mixtv.tv. There is a lot more news. It's a very busy news morning. For full news, visit our website, mymix1041.com. It's all right there from the Logan Thompson Law News Desk. And, of course, visit LoganThompsonLaw.com. We'll come back. Check a very interesting Mermaid Mattress Weather Center update in a moment.
Larry McDaniel has announced the winter sale continues.
Welcome to Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive excellence is our top priority. At Mountain View Nissan, we take pride in offering you the finest selection of vehicles, perfectly suited for your adventurous spirit. From powerful SUVs ready to conquer any terrain to your everyday gas-friendly commuters, we have the perfect vehicle to match your lifestyle. This is Mountain View Nissan Country, where automotive dreams become reality. Visit one of our 3 locations in Dalton, Chattanooga, and Cleveland today, and let us take your driving experience to new peaks.
At summer camp, kids find their why. Friendship and fun, a world of adventure beneath a golden sun. When kids find new passions, they find their why. Summer camp season starts soon. Find your why for a better us.
Hey, it's Josh with exciting news from Wholesale Supply. I want to introduce you to Piper's Picks, now available in our Chattanooga, Cleveland, and Dalton markets. Thanks to our partnership with Piper Strummett and our friends at Progress Lighting, Piper's Picks brings you the latest trends and styles in decorative lighting. Browse our curated selection in our showrooms and make lighting your project easier than ever. Visit Wholesale Supply today and discover Piper's Picks, where style meets innovation. To find out more information and a location near you, visit wholesalesupply.us for more.
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Goodyear brand tires in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work, and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
It's the President's Day sales event at Crown City JR Cleveland. Shop over 230 new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams up to $15,000 off MSRP. Or get financing as low as 0% for up to 72 months. Presidential savings on new Ram 2500 pickups. $15,000 off MSRP. Crown CDJR, the better way to buy and service. Visit crownchrysler-dodge-jeep.com.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop, where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
Hand delivered.
No.
All right, for today, partly cloudy skies, a high of 54 and a low of 41 this evening. And then for the rest of the week, we'll have potential for flooding. We'll have multiple rounds of heavy rain over the next 7 days. All day tomorrow, we'll have 2 to 3 inches of rain expected. We'll have a brief break on Wednesday morning. Round 2 of this heavy rainfall will be here Wednesday afternoon and evening with an additional 1 to 3 inches of rain. And then we'll see round 3 move in Saturday into Sunday morning. So widespread 6 to 8 inches of rain will be possible over the next 7 days. So be aware of that. Your current Milligan Vane temperature is 38 degrees. Taking a look at the central heat and air radar, things are looking great out there.
All right, a quick check of sports. Then we're going to talk with our friend Kyler Webb with Webbflow Plumbing coming up here in just a moment. But, the CHI Memorial Sports Desk. All about Fly Eagles Fly this morning, Bridget. We did it, you and I.
You did not pick the Eagles Friday morning. I think, the only person in the building. You asked all of our guests Friday morning. Pretty sure I was the only one that picked the Eagles.
I can see the Sunday sermon had no impact on you about lying yesterday at Mount Olive Church of God. It's just fine. Well, no, I picked the Chiefs here on Friday morning.
Yes, you did.
But then Saturday night, doing the Cleveland Bradley basketball games on mixedtv.tv, I picked the Eagles.
Yeah, after much prayer, I guess.
Yeah, well, yeah. So the Eagles won Super Bowl 59, 40-22 over Kansas City. Was not that close. Quarterback Jalen Hurts, the MVP, and the Eagles, their second Super Bowl all time, but second in the last 8 years. Other sports this morning, LSU over the Lady Vols, 82-77 yesterday. Jets told quarterback, no thank you. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers, no thank you. They're moving on. Cleveland won the Region 3 wrestling tournament Saturday at Mcminn County High School. All 13 Cleveland wrestlers that went to the finals won their matches. Cleveland finished with 286.5 points to win. Bradley second, 156. Walker Valley third at 131. All 3 teams return to Mcminn County High School this Saturday for the sectionals to determine who advances to the state tournament, which is a week from Saturday, February 21, in Franklin. And then the Lake Forest competition cheer team won first place this weekend at the Frontier Showdown cheer competition in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. All right, now I want to introduce you to Kyler Webb. Kyler is the owner of Webbflow Plumbing. Kyler, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, buddy?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so I own a small plumbing business.
We're about a year old in the Cleveland, Tennessee area. We do plumbing for Cleveland and surrounding areas. I have my Tennessee plumbing license, so I'll really go anywhere in the Tennessee area.
So, Kyler, what got you interested in plumbing?
Well, my dad, he done HVAC. I tended to not go towards that way, but I knew the trades was something I wanted to get into.
So it's Kyler Webb here with Webbflow Plumbing, and so what sets you apart? When you go and you talk to people who need your services, tell us how you handle that, and like I said, what makes it different?
So we're a family-owned business. I run it with my wife and mom, stepdad. And we're just a tight-knit group. I want people to know that I treat every home like it's my mother's.
Oh, good. Yeah, so you obviously you take it very personally.
Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of companies that, don't do things that are morally right, but I'm definitely want to be set apart from that.
That's excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and get your contact information out. Yeah. Again, we're joined by Kyler Webb. It's Webbflow Plumbing. How do people reach you?
Yeah, you can call me at 423-659-8114, or you can reach us at our Facebook page, Webbflow Plumbing, LLC.
So when people have plumbing issues, obviously they need help yesterday, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So let's talk about that. I mean, when people contact you, is it fairly quick that you get in touch with people or get back with them?
Yes, at least within the hour.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Really?
Yes, sir.
So, and I know, I'm sure you've had some success stories in the last year. Is that right?
Yes, many.
You got anything that you could tell us about as far as when you've gone in and things worked out? Not naming any names, obviously.
Yeah. So I had a customer in Athens. He had called probably 5 different companies to come out and give him a quote on repiping his house. It was all galvanized lines. They had pretty much no pressure because it was rusted out. He found me, gave me a call. I came out the same day, gave him a price, and I got his house repiped within 2 days.
Wow. Yeah. So that's an example of what you can do.
Yes.
What are issues? I mean, we obviously plumbing, we think of toilets, that sort of thing, but what else? What else do you handle?
Yeah, so I do full home remodels, full house repipes. Really, it'll be easier to tell you what I don't do. New construction, that's pretty much the only thing that I don't do.
You do everything else?
Everything else.
Wow. Kyler Webb joins us. So glad to meet you, Kyler. Webbflow Plumbing. And anything else you want to add here before we go?
Just give us a call for all your plumbing needs.
That's right. And obviously a family-owned business, Kyler said, with his wife and I believe your mom and stepdad. Yep. Is that right?
Yep.
So, again, let's get the contact information out there, Kyler.
Yeah, you can give us a call at 423-659-8114 or contact us on our Facebook page, Webbflow Plumbing Service, LLC.
All right. It's if you're looking for good, quality, family-owned plumbing business, it's Webbflow Plumbing. Kyler Webb. Kyler, it's great meeting you, buddy.
Great being here.
Really appreciate you reaching out and coming in. Thank you.
Thank you.
It is 7 before the hour. And I tell you what, we're going to get back to some music here. We're also going to be joined by our friends from the United Way of the Ocoee region. Make a Change Day is coming up, and that is, of course, benefiting the tremendous program, the Sack Pack program. So we're looking forward to that. And that is all coming up next. Mix 1041, mixtv.tv. We're back in a moment.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
Yeah, they're going to need to call Logan Thompson.
Give me Logan Thompson.
Logan Thompson.
I'm going to need Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson. Don't worry, dear. We have a Logan Thompson. I got to call Logan Thompson.
Logan Thompson! If you want cool lawyers in Southeast Tennessee to represent you, it's Logan Thompson. We're cool and we get results.
All right, let's do it again.
Yeah.
My dad says our new Linux system saves energy.
Well, saving energy means saving money.
A lot of money?
Yep.
Time for a raise in my allowance.
Savings year after year.
A big raise.
Call today for perfect air you can feel in your home and savings you can feel in your wallet.
Lennox. Air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Dale's Heating and Air today.
I'm Brew McCoy, your favorite Tennessee wide receiver. In the world of football, precision is everything. Every pass, every catch. But what about when it comes to protecting your home? Best Buy Metals can manufacture a custom-fitted roof that will protect your home for a lifetime. Best of all, it can be manufactured the same or next day. Call or visit a Best Buy Metal showroom or drop by bestbuymetalroofing.com to get a quote today. Best Buy Metals, roofing that lasts.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Paul Feinbaum Show, The Drive, and more of your favorite shows. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
What's your biggest investment? Probably your home. The roof over your head. If it's time to repair or replace your roof, the pros at Langley Roofing are here to help. See a loved roof? Chances are it's a Langley.
This Medical Minute is brought to you by the Vascular Institute. February is Heart Month, a time to focus on what keeps us going, our hearts and brains. Did you know that carotid artery disease is a major cause of stroke, which can be life-altering or even life-threatening? At the Vascular Institute of Chattanooga, they are dedicated to protecting your vascular health and reducing your stroke risk. The carotid arteries in your neck supply blood to your brain. When plaque builds up in these arteries, it can lead to blockages or a stroke. Symptoms are often silent, which makes regular screenings critical. At VIC, they specialize in advanced diagnostic and treatment options for carotid artery disease, including a minimally invasive procedure which reduces stroke risk during treatment. This Heart Month, take charge of your cardiovascular health. If you have risk factors like high blood pressure, diabetes, or a family history of stroke, don't wait. 423-602-2750, VascularInstituteofChattanooga.com. The Vascular Institute of Chattanooga is leading the way in vascular care. Same number on the Cleveland State Cougar line. Go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. At Simmons Bank, they are with you every step of the way. Call Ken Do, 423-381-3427.
The Mix 1041 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com.
Couple of things to keep before your attention this morning. Obviously, the story out of Mcminn County, which is reverberating really around the state now, is the two underage males there facing charges after authorities uncovered that possible school shooting type attack at Mcminn County High School. We were joined early this morning about 7:30 by Mcminn County Sheriff Joe Guy and District Attorney General Stephen Hatchet about this. Again, we do want to repeat, there is no ongoing threat to Mcminn County High School. This morning, of course, we're getting a lot of comments and questions about this interview we did earlier. You can go back and watch the interview. It's very interesting. And again, if you're just hearing about this, a parent stepped forward and contacted McMinn County law enforcement, and as Sheriff Guy told us, specifically Sheriff Guy. And he spoke with the parent on Thursday night. The other story we want to concentrate our attention on this morning is that Charlton Craig Liner, a Cleveland man accused of murdering his ex-wife Karen Liner, will be back in court this afternoon at 1 o'clock. Well, he's going to have a bond hearing before Judge Clay Collins. So we'll have that live on mixtv.tv at 1 o'clock. You can watch that hearing, the bond hearing, at 1 o'clock. So we're going to keep that before your attention. The Governor's State of the State is also tonight. So a big day here. Full news and more at mymix1041.com. And stand by, everybody. We got a great interview coming up.
This half hour of Mix Mornings is brought to you by Uri Davis at
shining, it's a beautiful day. Wake up, sleepyhead, get up and play. Everything's yellow, it's a beautiful sight. Sunbeam showers makes everything right. Come on now, let's get away.
Make every day brighter with the sunny southern goodness of Mayfield Dairy.
There we go. All right, so now everybody's together. Mix 104.1, MixTV.tv. It's Make a Change Day, which is coming up. And the guy that got all this started, Steve Montgomery, Blair, not here.
He's under the weather today, but we actually have Miss Jenny, the school counselor.
She does the real work, so it's fine.
She's amazing and is going to give us all the details.
Can I say this about Guns? Jenny, as we call him Guns, who walks around with his shirt off at the Y. Hey, Montgomery, let's see, the Monday after the Super Bowl, and he's under the weather. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, man, I can't believe it. Blair Deacon is my longtime friend, the Director of Resource Development of the United Way of the Ocoee region. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you for having us.
Let's talk about this. What does all this mean?
Absolutely. So we are kicking off Make a Change Day. It'll last about 3 weeks, actually, and this is really just a partnership with the United Way and Bradley County School System. It was birthed, actually, out of Principal Montgomery, but it's a program where students are empowered to collect spare change to make a change in the lives of their peers. And the great thing is all the money that is collected goes to 3 different programs in our community that supports Bradley County students. So the Sack Pack program through the Caring Place, after school care with the Boys and Girls Club, and then stable housing and access to housing through Housing United at United Way. So we have a lot of representatives here to talk a little bit about those services.
I can't wait to talk to them. I do want to begin with my friend Jenny Wilson, the school counselor at Prospect. It all started there. Jenny, I remember when it started, and as Steve Montgomery said, it came out of a conversation with now the late, great Dwayne Williams, who was at this station as they talked about it. And talk about it starting at Prospect. I'm sure you're proud of that.
It did. Steve, Mr. Montgomery is a dreamer. And when he sees something going on and there needs to be some sort of correction to it or help to it, he's on it. And basically he saw the need of the students that they didn't have food on the weekends. And he said, we got to do something about this. So while talking with Dwayne, they decided, hey, let's start this program. Let's get partners involved, and let's make sure these kids around the county and the city have a bag of food to take home with them for the weekend. A hungry mind has a hard time paying attention. And if you've been all weekend without proper nutrition, then on Monday morning, and of course the rest of the week, it's going to be difficult to concentrate. It's just going to be difficult to function. We know as adults, if we're 10 minutes late for our lunch, we get the hangries. So Steve's dream was to start this and collect money and make sure that there were funds available for those sack packs going home. And I'm telling you, Bradley County is one of the most giving counties that I've ever seen. You just ask and money starts flowing in. And that's what we're doing. We're just asking for not a check, not a $100 bill. We're just simply asking for your change. Mm-hmm. Right here is your change. That's all it takes. People bringing their bags of change in. And over the years that we have done this, since 2017, we're at $94,401.89.
It's incredible.
And we would love, absolutely love, to top that $100,000 mark. And given the history of the past, I think we'll surpass that quite easily. Yep. So I would like to see us get to 115.
All right, there you go. Before I talk with the others, Blair, how does this work? So talk about the details.
Yes, so basically each Bradley County student will go home with a little Make a Change baggie where they can collect some spare change. And the neat thing, actually, our AmeriCorps Vista this year did a video. So if you scan the QR code, and actually I see it's kind of running on the screen right now. So a Make a Change Day video, so you can actually see the students that you're impacting and some of the teachers and staff of the county school system. But yes, so these these baggies will start going out. We're dropping them off today, and hopefully they'll go out tomorrow. And then on March the 7th, we will be at the Teachers Credit Union, and we'll do a big collection and kind of see our totals that day. So that's pretty exciting.
It's just tremendous. Chris, come on up here, Community Engagement Coordinator of the Caring Place. Now help me with your last name.
Pronounced Sheelick.
Sheelick. All right. Chris, let's talk about it, because the original intent, now it's expanded, but the Sack Pack program, tell me about that at the Caring Place.
Man, the Sack Pack program's been going strong for many years. We're actually currently providing over, on average, about 700 bags that go into the school system that empower our students with 6 mini meals over the weekends. So they're getting these on Fridays when they go home. The counselors are excellent in discreetly allowing students to have access to these. So that way there's no stigma or fear associated with it. And those meals go home. We see that being a great connection point for individuals facing food insecurity. But also then we can connect with families. We just put a little sticker on there and let them know that they're loved and that they've got access to those meals. And then we see sometimes moms, grandmas, care providers coming in, connecting with resources and finding access to our resource market with food and clothing, as well as case management services. So not only does it provide access for food for our students who are then able to come to school prepped and ready to go and ready to stay educated, but also helps build stronger relationships and empower their families.
Well, that is just wonderful. And Olivia Gaines also joins us, housing navigator with the United Way Housing United. And Olivia, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
Great to have you. And so the program has expanded. Let's talk about stable housing.
Yeah, of course. So Housing United is an internal program at the United Way in partnership with our good friends at the Caring Place. So we serve families and individuals in our community who are experiencing homelessness. We provide long-term case management and housing navigation services to them to help them transition back to stable housing. We also work to prevent families from falling into a cycle of homelessness through eviction prevention. So our program is truly designed to address those root causes of homelessness while also providing families with the resources and support that they need to regain their stability and truly thrive in our community.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. And Derek Ken's there, a longtime friend.
Good morning.
Boys and Girls Clubs, the Ocoee region. Derek, how does this impact you there?
Well, first, just thank you for the relationship. Very grateful for the relationship with Bradley County Schools and United Way. Couldn't do it without either. And unfortunately, we see way too many youth, and children with sore bellies or going home hungry. And I know years ago we had a staff that just became crazy passionate about feeding our youth. And it's a huge undertaking. And probably the hardest part of my job is fundraising. And you have a need to meet, and you have to figure out, what rock to uncover to find those resources to be able to do so. And then something like this comes along and presents itself, and you have, in this case, a lot of kids helping other kids, whether they know the direct impression they're making on their life or not. Hopefully they will one day, and it's just a game changer.
Yeah, certainly so. And I want to bring Blair back up. Blair, it's again going to be a great, 3 weeks, is that right?
It's about 3 weeks, I believe.
Like
I had
that?
to think of what the day is today. Yes, so
Yeah.
it should be about 3 weeks. And all the baggies, they'll turn them in at the school. And usually it's principals, school counselors. They'll meet on the 7th, and we'll count all the change and then be able to announce our big total. So.
All right, well, get involved with this. You're helping children, and I can't think of anything greater, and also helping stable housing for families. So there it is, Make a Change Day, and looking forward to it. So will you guys come back and let us know how you do?
We would love to, yes.
That'd be great.
Yes.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you for having us.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to sign off. Anything else you got, Blair, while we're here?
Nope. Well, our campaign is kind of coming to an end, so we'll be back soon to talk about our campaign.
So you're coming to, I was going to ask you, you're coming to an end on that?
Yes, we will be here later this month to kind of go over all that.
Very,
so
very
exciting.
good. Thank you all very much. And we'll come back with more in a moment.
watch over.
Thank you, Cleveland and Bradley County, for supporting Vendor Realty for the last 55 years. More than ever, we are ready and prepared to help our community be home. The real estate market is changing and evolving, and the Vendor Realty family is ready to help navigate today's market by providing professional, knowledgeable, and resourceful advisors to help your dream of calling someplace home. For all things real estate, be home with Vendor Realty, 425 25th Street, 423-472-2173, vendor-realty.com.
Dad, President's Day's coming up, and I've been thinking
about what to get me as president of Mermaid Mattress on my special day.
No, I've been thinking about our customers and all the big deals that we can do on Nicole and L&K mattresses.
Well, that sounds good too.
Right now, during Mermaid's President's Day event, save up to $500 on L&K and Nicole adjustable mattress sets.
Only at Mermaid Mattress.
Your sleep handmade, hand delivered.
At Basement and Crawl Space Solutions, we take pride in helping our neighbors protect the foundations of their homes. Now, we're excited to announce our partnership with USS. Together, we bring additional resources and over 30 years experience serving Tennessee homeowners.
We can tackle bigger challenges and deliver even better results. But with the same local team, our customers know and trust.
And we're ready to protect Chattanooga homes now more than ever.
We'll guarantee our best. Call USS.
At summer camp, kids find their why. Friendship and fun, a world of adventure beneath a golden sun. When kids find new passions, they find their why. Summer camp season starts soon. Find your why for a better us.